it's just so Trish, and I'm so excited. I'm starting a little mini series that will be on Fridays, and it's with Amanda and at the Fundamental Home. You know, I talk about her a lot, and so I actually had her come on, and we were covering several topics, and just everything to do with just like getting out. So she's kind of a veteran homeschooler compared to her. I'm pretty new or still green under the ears. She is a speaker. She also writes for different magazines, homeschool magazines, so she knows her stuff. Anyways, so I had just a good time talking with her, and I've been cutting all the clips of our long conversation to make a 5-part series. Yay! So today we are talking about there is no perfect curriculum and staying committed. So here is that conversation.
And we just want to talk about the fact that there is not a magic curriculum that's going to make your kid college bound. I mean, there's no magic curriculum. I kind of laugh. I'm like, there's no soulmate and there's no perfect curriculum.
Yeah. You really just have to commit to what you have. And I guess that works in both ways. But whatever, I think a lot of times people purchase a curriculum at the beginning of the year and they do it for a few weeks. And I'm not naming any names. I'm not saying anyone. But
like me.
They'll do it for a couple weeks and then they don't like it anymore. So then they'll go out and buy a new one. And then they do that for a few weeks and then that doesn't quite work. And then they'll go buy a new one. Most of the curriculums have been tested in some way or another, you know, especially your big ones, your Rebecca, your Bob Jones, you know, all those big ones. They've been used for a long time. If you just stick with it, even if it's not your favorite, it'll work out. You know, a lot of success in life, period, is consistency. Just continuing on the path, whether it's your favorite or not, keep it going, keep it going. You know, I've been married a long time. My wedding anniversary was 2 days ago. And, you know, sometimes he's my favorite person ever. Sometimes he's not. But we just keep going and the years pass by and success. We're married. Yay. And it's kind of the same thing with homeschooling, you know. Sometimes, like, I really like Rebecca's grammar. They have workbooks. Some years I like better than other years. I really like 4th grade. I'm not a huge fan of 5th grade. But whatever, if I have it, I'll use it. And it's no big deal. You know, it's just a curriculum. It's just a workbook. You know, if I did Bob Jones English, it's not going to be much different. If I did, you know, really any of them, I think we did the gold book one year. I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's a workbook. I mean, in the end, it doesn't change anything. So, I mean, if you're just going to do something, just commit to stick with it and be consistent through the end. It's not that it's magic. It's not that it's special. It's not that the curriculum was great. It's not that your kid is great. It's not that you're great. It's just that there was some consistency and the Lord's already built us in a way that we can learn.
And I think the other part that comes to it, so you end up with a curriculum that you don't really care for. Be brave enough to modify.
Yes. Yes. And or even you can't, I mean, it's not like you would not toss something if it came down to it. I mean, my younger son could not do Saxon math. Like it was just not in his realm of thinking. It just totally, it was impossible. I got rid of Saxon math for him. And I know it's not going to work for him. But there are some things that you can modify. There are some things that you can tweak a little bit. Like I think you talked about when my daughter wasn't picking up multiplication. And so we had a curriculum, but she wasn't ready to move forward. So I went on Pinterest and I printed practice pages and we watched the video with the dancing cow to learn her multiplication tables. And I made flashcards and we played games and practiced them. And I bought her Sweet Frog when she did them fast enough. And you know, we did other things, and I think you mentioned that I got to lesson 40 that entire year, you know, but that was the curriculum. I didn't go out and buy another curriculum because it didn't have enough multiplication practice. I just made changes that worked for her based on what we had. You know, you don't have to continually buy new curriculum, you know, just make do with what you have. You know, if you could see my homeschool bookshelves, I probably have.
Is that an invite? Are you inviting us to see your homeschool bookshelves?
I could show you, but it's just in the other room if you want to see it. You want to travel with me? I'll show it to you.
Yeah, you want to? Or we could even do it where you could send me a photo and I can throw it at the end of the video. Like, look, we did see it.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. But it's just a regular like Walmart bookshelf, and only like 2 or 3 of the shelves have homeschool books on it. That's it.
You know, and I run into that as a goal because I have got so much vastness, and some of it's out of sport. I think I shop for sport when it comes to books and curriculum.
Yeah. Well, some of it's fun. I mean, it's fun to explore. It's fun to just see the different methods that are out there. And I'm a thrift store shopper, so if I find it something cheap, I'll pick it up and look at it and see how it goes and probably pass it to a friend. But we used to have a small house, and I just didn't have room. I had one bookshelf, and that was it. But I've never even had that one bookshelf full, never. And that was just because if you have too many options, it's really easy to switch it up. You know what I mean?
Yes, actually I do. I really do know what you mean.
But if you only have one, then you really don't have. You're going to have to make it work. You're going to have to make it happen. So we really try to keep it to the minimum. We don't want to overdo it because it's distracting. Rather than helpful, it's a distraction. It gets in the way. We don't want to do that. Just work with what you have, make it happen, make it work. There are so many great online supports that you don't really need to go out and buy anything. If you have one thing, you can build off of that with all the other resources that are available for free.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Next Friday, I will have another one for you. And there's just so much wealth of knowledge. And remember, go to her channel and subscribe. She has not started talking about homeschooling, but it is coming. She is coming. She's joining the virtual homeschool co-op. And remember to check that out. And there's a link in the description to learn more about that. So we will see you later. Thanks.